The Radicals online tutorial presents a video tutorial on how to convert fractions to decimals. Do not forget to subscribe my channel. Now this is about how to convert fractions into decimals. If we convert fractions to decimals, we have to divide the numerator by the denominator. The easiest way to convert a fraction to decimal is to record the fraction as if it were a division problem, with the number on the top being divided by the number on the bottom. The fraction 2 by 3, for example, can also be stated as 2 divided by 3, or in other words, if it is written 2 by 6, it is 2 divided by 6. Now let's take a few more examples to illustrate the concept of converting fractions into decimals. Fractions to decimals. There are some simple fractions like 1 by 2 or 3 by 4, and very commonly used in everyday life situations where we need half or 3/4. For example, 1 by 2 is the half, which is equals to 0.5, and 3 by 4 is 0.75, which we usually call as 3/4. Now let's take a few more examples and the practical solution of converting fractions to decimals. Fractions to decimals, these are the few examples. Let's solve them. If we are converting this fraction 6 by 7 to decimal, we first need to put 6 inside the radical sign and 7 outside the radical sign. And then we are going to divide 6 by 7. We know that if we are dividing 6 by 7, 6 is smaller than 7. We are unable to divide this 6 by 7, so we need 1 0 to convert the 6 into 60. But how we can write the 0 if we don't have any solution to it? So let's put decimal sign, and when we put decimal sign, now it's pretty easy to write 0 over here. Now 7, as we know that 7 8s are 56, and if we go further, we have 7 9s are 63, which is even more than 60. So let's divide it. When we subtract it, we get 4. Let's subtract 10 minus 6, and that is equals to 4. Now, again, 4 is smaller, but just because of this decimal sign, we can put 0 again. And now it's pretty easy that we know that 7 5s are 35, because if we further move on to 7 6 are 42, so it will be bigger than 40. So now moving on to 7 5s are 35, and again, we are going to subtract 35 from 40, and we'll be getting 5. As we know, this is the common practice, how to how to borrow the number from one side to the other side, and then from tens to units, and then when we subtract it, we get 5. Now we still have 5, which is smaller to it. Just because of this decimal, again, we are putting this 0, and now the number would be 7 7s are 49. But as we have seen that this number is not being divided completely, and it's still continuing. So it means this number is non-terminating number. We are not moving further. We will rather write that this 6 by 7, when we divide, the answer will be equals to 0.857, or we can even round this number to 0.88. Maybe if we are rounding it to 10th decimal place, and if you're rounding it to 100th, we can write 0.88. As we know that after 5, it's 7, so we can round it to this one. Now let's move on and let's take another example. That is 9 by 20, and we are applying the same methodology and the same question, and let's see how we can solve 9 divided by 20, and we convert this fraction 9 by 20 into decimal. So this 9 would be inside and 20 would be outside. And let's divide 9 by 20. Similarly, 9 is smaller than 20. We cannot divide 9 by 20, so we need decimal. And with the decimal, we are putting the 0 here. Now, it's pretty easy to divide 90 divided by 20. We know that 24s are 80. We cannot move further because 25 is 100, which is bigger than 90. So we have to write 24s are 80. And now we know that we don't need to take borrow because it's already, that we don't need this 10 because it's already 0. So the method would be simply subtracting 0 minus 0, and then obviously 9 minus 8, which is 1, because we know that we are not taking any borrow from here. So it's like that. Now, what are we doing as we have this 10 over here, and just because of the upper decimal again, we are going to put 0 here, which is very simple to divide, and 25s are 100. Wow, it's completely divided and the answer is 0.45. So it means that if we are dividing this 9 by 20, we get the answer in the decimal form as 0.45. Now it's time to do the third. I hope you have understood that how I have divided this 9 by 20. Now I'm going to rub this and I'm going to solve the third example in front of you. So how can we divide this fraction and convert this fraction into decimal by using this simple division method? Now let's take 131 inside and now divide by 5. 131, as it is an odd number, but still it's not divided by 5. So let's divide it with 5. But here we don't need any decimal already, because we know that 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, as 13 is a 2-digit number which is divisible, like the number which is divisible by 5. There is still a bigger number, so let's move it. And now it's 3 minus 0 is 3. And when we pull down this 1 here, we have 31. Again, still we don't need any decimal because 5 6 are 30. So when we take it under it, it is 1 minus 0 is 1. Now, we need decimal now because 1 is smaller than 5 and we need 1 0 to complete this. 1 is 10 and now 5 2s are 10. So look, this example is very different from the previous two examples. The first example, which was non-terminating, the second example, which was terminating, but it had the decimal in the start. And now this example is having the last one, which is not required to write the decimal in the starting decimal place. Rather, we had 26.2 is the answer to fractions to decimals. I hope you have understood the concepts of converting fractions to decimals. Now, this was all from this video tutorial. Thank you for watching my video. For more details, subscribe to my channel and contact me for extra practice material. Do not forget to hit the bell icon and email me regarding any practice material on info.theradicals@gmail.com. So see you. Till then, we are going to have another video on this different concept, but amazing concept. Take care. Bye-bye.